So I'm still working in Photoshop, and I'm just going to show you some tools in Photoshop that you can use to prepare backgrounds. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is just decide how big I need the background, and you might just make it an A4 background. I'd probably want to go landscape, but it's entirely up to you. And if you wanted a specific size, you could create a specific size. I'm not going to say make it square this time, because you might want to use it to wrap around, let's say, a CD. Yeah, so this time it's up to you, whatever size and shape you think might work for you. In fact, I'm going to make mine, I'll make it portrait, just so that my screen doesn't get clogged up. And you can always rotate, right? So I'm going to make mine portrait this time, and I'm going to create. And all I want to show you, so there's two parts to this. First bit is just showing you a set of tools that you can use, and then the second bit is showing you a filter that you can use to create backgrounds. I'm going to go into Window in Photoshop and use the actions. So there's obviously lots of stuff in here, we'll be going through it, but the very first one is actions. I'm going to open it up. Now I'm going to delete these because you won't see them. Let's just get rid of these. What you'll see is default actions, so don't do it yet, just watch. This is just a little sample of the actions that are hidden away in folders. But you can see there's things like wood frame, so you could make a frame going around something if you thought that was necessary for your work. Sepia toning, molten lead. They're all actually just bits taken out of these folders. So using this flyout menu, you'll see a bunch of action folders. Okay, so you've got image effects, you've got star trails, you've got textures, and they're really easy to use, right? Some of them will appear to do nothing at all because it depends what your starting point is. The ones that are going to give you background textures are, surprise, surprise, the ones in textures. So I'm going to click textures, and you'll see then my actions gets a folder called textures. Now, there's a whole list of these. Have you seen them before? Anyone used them? Okay, really easy to use. So you can see you can create recycled paper, sandpaper, wood backgrounds, rippled oil effect. There's that molten lead, and all sorts of things. So I'm going to go for my favorite. I like, and I'll be using this in the next 2 weeks. Okay, my favorite, gold sprinkles. So all you do is you just select it, and then you hit this little run button down here. Now the reason you've got all of this stuff here is because you can make your own actions. You can actually record your own actions as well. So it's possible to put together your own. But all we're going to do is select the one we want. Don't open it up. If I open it, what you'll see is all the things it's going to do without me having to even think about it. So it's going to use hue saturation, make changes. It's going to introduce clouds. I'll tell you what they are in a minute. It's going to do all sorts of things, right? And it's using make snapshots. Surprise, surprise. You don't need to even open it. Just select it and run it, and then you get the most beautiful background. Look at that. So if you needed background textures, it's just a really nice quick way to grab this. Okay, you don't even need to make the layer. Let's just get layers up. It makes its own layer. Okay, so if I go back to this, most of them will just run the texture. So let me just go for neon rubber bands. Neon rubber. What are neon rubber bands? Okay. It will run through everything and create me neon rubber bands. every time you generate it, it creates a unique one, right? So if you did it again, it's going to make a slightly different version of it. It will look similar, but no two of you will have an identical thing. It's limited in that these are constructs. So my gold sprinkles always looks like gold sprinkles. It looks the same. But sometimes that's really good to put a texture on top of something, which we'll do later on, or to clip into a form, which we'll do later on, or to have as that background. You know, you might put other stuff on top of it. No one's going to spot that it's the same background that someone else is using, because you'll be doing things with it. Some of the other ones pause and ask you to make changes. I'm just going to go into this one.
How is the obsidian looking like?
So I could go deeper into the actions and make a little change, and then when I run it, you'll see it changes the outcome. So it's really using a filter. But stop looking at like rubber bands now. Yes. So simply running them, and that's what I want you to do for the next 20 minutes or so, is just come in and see what some of these do. Occasionally it will pause and it will ask you to do something. So I think I'm just going to look at Rosewood. I'm not sure if it's this one, but yeah, so sometimes it just asks you for something. You just have to continue. You can just say okay, or you can make changes to how the effect is going to look. Yeah, so I can manipulate the effect and then click, and it will give me my rosewood effect. So occasionally you get asked for things, but it's just a matter of selecting it, running it, that's it. So have a bit of fun exploring the textures panel. The other panel you might look at is you can put frames on things. You want to have a look at the frames. I don't even know what's in this one anymore. It's been a while since I've looked. So you can put a frame around something if you so wish. Okay, so you have to set it up first of all using the flyout menu. Okay, so just open up any document, any size, whatever's going to be good for you.